What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and as all of you know by now, the first DLC for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands came out yesterday. It was a bit of a rocky launch. However, there is a new boss farm in the game, and that's exactly what I wanted to share with you today. Now, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, do me a favor, hit that like button as well. And remember, we are currently having a giveaway for an Xbox Series X. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe here or follow on Twitter, and the winner will be announced on July 4th of this year. Now, needless to say, you need to own the DLC in order to do this boss farm, and there are a few other important details I want to go over, but I will go over the farming method really quick. Now, I don't want to give away any spoilers, but you can see here we're in Dreamvale Overlook, and when you walk over to the mirror, you'll have at least the ability to choose the first difficulty of this boss farm, and we'll go into some more details like I said at the end. Now, I'm going to skip away through gameplay again because I don't want to give away any spoilers, but once you get to the very end, that's where you will have access to the boss Chum, and my friends, you have the ability to not only farm this boss over and over, but also depending on which form of the boss you were able to get to yesterday, you also have access to a lot of the new legendaries in the game, and there are some amazing ones to farm for. Now, there happen to be a few important details I want to pass along as we continue. First of all, when you go to do this farming method, make sure your inventory is empty, because the only way to refarm this boss is to down your character. Now, you're going to be losing gold. However, you don't have the option to save and exit or fast travel back to Brighthoof, because if you do, you are not going to respawn at the boss location. Therefore, once again, have an empty inventory so you can pick up as much of the stuff as you want. Once you drop down into this area, that's where you're going to see Chum. You'll take him out. Now, here's the deal. There are 4 versions of Chum. Now, as most of you know, yesterday's launch, like I said a second ago, was really rocky. A lot of people had no access to the DLC even after they bought it. Therefore, the game had to implement multiple patches yesterday because of all the issues gamers were having. However, when they did that, unfortunately, with the first patch, they actually gave gamers access to all 4 forms of Chum, which, by the way, was supposed to be spanned out over 4 weeks. Now, later that day, they fixed the problem, and now you only have access to the first form of Chum, which was the original plan. However, a lot of gamers are really bummed about that, so what I'm showing you now is just the first form. I don't want to give away any spoilers. I was able to access all 4 just for some lucky reason, and as you progress through the different forms, that's when you will have access to even more legendaries that they've included in the game. Now, getting back to the footage you're looking at, you can see once I took out the boss, you do not go through the portal. All you do is down your character with a weapon or a spell, whatever you want. After that happens, you're going to be respawned right at the beginning of the location. You jump back down, and as you can see, he shows up again, and you can do this as many times as you want in a row, my friends. Now, you'll see in a moment with this run, I was able to get the legendary ring Lethal Catch, which is a new legendary in the game. Now, in regards to other new legendaries, some of them seem to be locked behind the DLC's actual progression, because remember, this was supposed to be a 4-week thing. However, having said that, a lot of you have reached out to the channel saying that, because of the mess up that the game had yesterday and they initially launched it with the ability to have access to all 4 forms, you can actually play this game offline and have the option of doing all 4 difficulties at this point in the game. So you'll clear difficulty 1, go back to Dreamvale Overlook, go difficulty 2, so on and so forth. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I had access to all 4 difficulties right away. Again, it was just in that small window where they'd made the mistake, but they hadn't fixed it as yet. Now, it's really up to you if you want to do this or not. It will give you the option of getting more of those legendaries, but again, the fact is they will be released over the next 3 weeks, so it's totally up to you. However, putting that aside, this still happens to be a really efficient spot to farm. You can see I'm getting a lot of chaotic gear, volatile gear, so again, even if you only can do difficulty 1, you definitely want to hit this spot up, not just for, the ability to get a new legendary or 2, but because it is really efficient and you can stack loot really quick. And as I start to wrap this video up, if any of you are still having an issue getting into the DLC, please let me know in the comment section down below. I put out a news video yesterday talking about the bugs that were going on, and I'm trying to answer all of the questions as quickly as I can. I make that a top priority at the channel. My goal is to try to help you out in any way possible. So again, if you're having issues that have not been fixed as yet, please let me know what's going on. With that being said, I'm going to start to wrap this thing up. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for the incredible support you've shown me at this channel, and remind you, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
walls are gone.
You seem awfully chummy with that fish that tried to kill me.
Freedom is the right of us all, friend or foe, good or God. It's what we do with that freedom that matters. You're free now to return to me and be rewarded, or go about your adventures in this world, or ones